Good evening, and thank you for coming to the URI Thomas M. Ryan Center. In accordance with Rhode Island Fire Code, please take a moment to locate the exits nearest to you. In the event of an emergency, please follow staff instructions. Quickly and calmly proceed to the nearest exit. At this time, we ask that you turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices. Please find your seat as the ceremony will begin shortly. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2016.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Will you please stand and remain standing for the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. Our national anthem will be performed by Elise Felker, Juliana Mancini, and Mason Hyde. And the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Bethany Nunnery, all members of the class of 2016. Elise will be attending Molloy College in Long Island, New York. Juliana will be attending New York University. Mason will be studying at URI. And Bethany will be attending West Point. West Point's mission is to develop leaders of character, committed to the values of duty, honor, country, and prepared for a career of professional excellence in service to the nation as an officer in the United States Army. On the 27th of June, Bethany will report to West Point to begin cadet basic training. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great job. Thank you. Honored guests, Superintendents Auger, Humbert, and Blanchette, Ms. Stephanie Klang, members of the North Kingstown and Jamestown School Committee, town officials from North Kingstown and Jamestown, administrators, faculty, staff of North Kingstown High School, family, friends, and underclassmen, and last but not least, the graduating class of 2016. Welcome. Oh. Sorry, you need to sit down first. Hold on. Oh, thank you. There we go. It's a very exciting night. Good evening. My name is Denise Mancini. Manseri, the principal of North Kingstown High School. I would like to officially welcome you here to the Ryan Center on the campus of the University of Rhode Island for the 111th graduation. First this evening, I would like to thank the North Kingstown High School Graduation Committee for their meticulous planning of this evening and organizing all of our Senior Week activities. Without their guidance and assistance, events like this could not be possible. I cannot begin to calculate the number of hours they have put in behind the scenes to ensure for a successful evening. Those North Kingstown High School staff members are Mrs. Linda Andrew, Miss Julie McGuire, Mrs. Mia Toro, Mr. Aaron Thomas, Mr. James Simmons, Mr. Jerome Simmons, Miss Beth Conrad, Miss Melissa Waterman, Mr. James Bruno, and our senior class advisors, Ms. Abigail Chevalier and Miss Mary Ann Corney. Would those individuals please stand up to be recognized? Before introducing our Mistress of Ceremonies for the evening, I would like to make a few brief announcements concerning the procedures for graduation here at the Ryan Center. We ask that you remain seated during ceremony and be respectful during all speeches. There is no photography allowed on the floor of the Ryan Center. Our school photographer from Molino Photography will be taking pictures of all of our graduates receiving their diplomas this evening. You will have the opportunity to purchase a photo commemorating this event. Our communication students are videotaping this ceremony along with the staff from the University of Rhode Island. And DVDs will be available for purchase next week in the high school main office. The ceremony is also being streamed live and will be archived on the North Kingstown School Department website. The Ryan Center strictly prohibits the use of any noise-making devices, and we ask that you please take this opportunity to silence all electronic devices if you haven't already done so. At the end of this evening's ceremony, our graduates will process out of the Ryan Center and out the main doors to meet up with family and friends. And finally, since it is tradition that the principal gives her remarks to the senior class at our Class Day ceremony, which marks the beginning of our senior week, I do not have a formal speaking role here this evening, but I would like to take this last opportunity to personally acknowledge and thank the members of the class of 2016 for making my first official year as principal fabulous. Thank you. And now at this time, I would like to turn the microphone over to Mistress of Ceremony from the class of 2016, Margaret Ryan. Margaret will be attending the University of Kentucky this fall.
Thank you, Dr. Manseri, and thank you to everyone for joining us this evening for the class of 2016 graduation ceremony. I now would like to introduce a man that North Kingstown knows very well, Dr. Phil Auger, Superintendent of the North Kingstown School Department.
Members of the North Kingstown and Jamestown school committees and town councils, Superintendent Blanchette, Dr. Humbert, Dr. Manseri, Dr. Morse, Mrs. Sweet, distinguished guests, faculty members, family, friends, and graduates. Good evening and welcome. As your superintendent, I hope to give you and our community some perspective on just what you have accomplished. This month, all over America and all over the world, students are graduating from high schools. You are graduating from a great one. You are graduating from a high school that has a proud tradition of being recognized as one of the finest high schools in our state and in our nation. In your years as students, North Kingstown High School has been recognized as one of Rhode Island's leading high schools by the Rhode Island Department of Education, and it has received recognition from U.S. News and World Report as one of also remember that North Kingstown and Jamestown school systems, with all the great opportunity they provided, have not just happened by accident. You have had the experience in these fine school systems in this great high school because your communities insist that they be great. Many of the parents in this room, myself included, moved to North Kingstown or Jamestown specifically because they wanted their kids to attend such an acclaimed school system. The people around you tonight represent your whole community, your elected officials, your parents, your families, your teachers, your neighbors. And they have personally and collectively worked hard and sacrificed so much to produce this opportunity for you. Their commitment has made it so that you have great teachers to teach you, great programs to guide you, and great opportunities in front of you. Now that you are adults, I hope that no matter where life takes you, that you will always be proud of your public school experience, grateful that the people of your hometown have made that possible for you. Your family and friends are incredibly proud of you. We feel very good that you are prepared to do great things in your lives. From this point forward, you will always be a North Kingstown High School graduate, and no matter how far you roam, you will be part of this great North Kingstown High School family. So tonight, soak it all in. Be proud of yourself. Be proud and grateful for what you have accomplished tonight, because we are proud and grateful for you. Congratulations, and God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Auger, for those wonderful words and sentiments. I was lucky enough to have had the opportunity to spend the last 4 years, specifically in Mr. Kamoli's advisory, with our next speaker. This young woman is attending Case Western Reserve University next year. She's a student not only with brains and beauty, she's also got amazing musical talents to boot. Ladies and gentlemen, the salutatorian, Lydia Sigoris.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome, bus drivers, lunch ladies, former babysitters, and second cousins twice removed. Oh, and the usual suspects: family, teachers, staff, distinguished guests, and the North Kingstown High School class of 2016. When I first learned that I would have to give this speech, I wondered what to do. Would I overpower everyone in the Ryan Center with my deep, authoritative voice and commanding stature? Yes, in fact, that's why I was happy that my stage debut in March involved standing on a roof and using a fiddle instead of my voice. Anyway, what should I write a speech about? After polling the English department, I learned that I should write a speech about 1.75 to 2 pages, Times New Roman, 12-point font, double-spaced, with 1-inch margins. Miss Rowland, thank you for making sure that we all know how to use MLA format. I think that at times like this, it's appropriate to discuss things that are not at all controversial. You know, our animated school committee meetings, necessary building maintenance, and the upcoming November election. But then I realized I'm not getting my diploma until after the speech, so instead I'll stick to a few celebratory remarks. But that proved pretty daunting too. I needed some help, and where at NK do you go for help with daunting tasks? ARC. Not Noah's Ark, but the Academic Resource Center. But that did not seem like the right place for this. And Miss Calitry's therapy dog, Whitney, can't speak, so she couldn't assist me in this case. To get a sampling of our class, I decided to consult an old group, kids I've been with on and off for the last 12 years. I consulted my former first-grade classmates from Wickford Elementary School and asked them about their favorite high school memories. Their top answers: watching NK football games, going to the prom, being with their advisories every day, and most of all, talking with our teachers. So many of us have benefited from the great musical instruction and support of Mrs. Caeza and Mrs. Silvera. Oh, and I think her husband works here too. Others mention their favorite teacher, perhaps in science, business, world language, or mathematics. Personally, I have to thank Ms. Conrad for introducing me to Pip and helping me throughout my 4 years, including with this speech. I hope everyone here has had at least one great teacher you truly loved. With this, I'd like to give a special thank you to the faculty, staff, and family members whose support has brought us to this moment. And, by the way, I went and looked at our first grade yearbook picture and saw just how much we have changed from the little girls and boys who had never heard of multiplication. Though it sometimes feels like we haven't changed a lot, we really have. Looking at the picture, I also remembered all of the people who have been with me on this trip so far. You guys should all go look at your first grade yearbook pictures too. They'll show just how much we've changed and how your journey's been so far. And they're really cute. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations, class of 2016.
Thank you, Lydia. Our commencement speaker this evening is Stephanie Klang. She is a 1996 North Kingstown Honor graduate and a 2001 Rhode Island College cum laude graduate. Currently, she is a consumer care leader at Hasbro Incorporated, a board member with the Ocean State Center for Independent Living, and actively involved in fundraising for the Rhode Island Muscular Dystrophy Association. Mrs. Klang also represented Rhode Island as Miss Wheelchair Rhode Island at the 2006 Miss Wheelchair America pageant. Please welcome Mrs. Stephanie Klang.
Congratulations to these young men and women for achieving their goals to make it to this momentous milestone. Please join me in giving another big round of applause to the 2016 graduates. When I found out that you had chosen me as your commencement speaker, I was overwhelmed by the honor and privilege that you wanted to hear my story, my message. As an NK alumna, I wanted to be able to deliver a meaningful commencement message to you. And so, I decided to focus on what I believe about the power of a positive attitude, a grateful heart, and the choice of happiness. These 3 beliefs have helped me to persevere and be victorious even in the face of adversity. 20 years ago, 1996, I sat in the 90-degree sun in my cap and gown, a proud soon-to-be NKHS graduate. Just like you, I was nervously waiting to walk across the stage to receive my diploma. I had laid out my plans for the next 4 years, attend Rhode Island College, work part-time, live on campus for the first year, and then have my own off-campus apartment for the rest of my college experience. I was scared and excited about my future, yet a little sad about leaving familiar faces and surroundings. Feelings I'm sure as graduates you are experiencing at this very moment. While preparing for this speech, I thought about the moments that made the biggest impression, my favorite memories, and challenges endured. Some of those moments were painful, but in the end, it always resulted with me being exactly where I needed to be. The good, the bad, and the ugly moments all shaped who I am today. They made me stronger, more independent, and taught me to approach life with a positive attitude, to be grateful for even the smallest of successes, and to choose a path to happiness. That is what I wish for you. Throughout my life, I've faced many challenges due to the ongoing uncertainty about my physical ability. I was 9 before we knew my diagnosis
The prognosis was a slow deterioration of my primary muscle tissue. At that point, I had some noticeable physical limitations, but was mostly just like every other kid my age. I played NK recreation softball, field hockey, went to summer camp, and enjoyed every other childhood milestone. I remember wanting to do everything just like everyone else, in spite of my limitations. Thankfully, my parents constantly reminded me that where there's a will, there's a way. Circumstances are what they are, but it's our attitude and choices that let us prevail even in the most difficult of situations. As a proud skipper, I could no longer play softball or field hockey, but I didn't let it stop me from participating. I became team manager instead. Just ask Coach McGuire. Thank you, Coach McGuire, for that opportunity. I also discovered other passions that I enjoy just as much. Concert choir, drama club, and the greatest team in football, the New England Patriots. Hashtag Free Brady. The limitation of not being able to participate in physical activities opened new opportunities that under different circumstances I may have never tried. Throughout our lives, we all face challenges that shake us to the core. Times where we cannot see past the tears in our eyes or the anger in our minds. At times such as this, it is our attitude that can determine victory or defeat. You can be victorious with the right attitude. That is what I wish for you. One of the most difficult challenges for me started in my first year of college. I was slowly losing the ability to walk, but was in complete denial and very angry. Stubbornly powering through each day, I allowed my anger to control my attitude and my choices. I eventually had to face the reality of surgery on both legs that would lead to a painful recovery and teaching myself to walk again. Facing that choice, turning my attitude around, and having faith in my ability to overcome this challenge gave me 5 more years walking on my own 2 feet. It also allowed me to walk across the stage to accept my college diploma, something I was determined to do. Now with all my college goals achieved, I knew I had to lay the groundwork to gain employment with a great company. Once again, remaining positive and persevering, I was hired by Hasbro Incorporated. 15 years later, I'm still employed with Hasbro, a great company who sees my intellect, not my physical limitations. At this point, I've managed to achieve my goals, a college degree, and a career. Over the next few years, I get married and I buy a home. Life is good. Ultimately, however, I had to deal with one of the most heartbreaking losses in my life and embrace my new reality in a wheelchair. My self-perception and independence had been altered, and acceptance of this new way of life was not easy. But then, as fate would have it, one door closed, but another door opened. In 2005, I was fortunate to meet 2 amazing women at the Muscular Dystrophy Association telethon. They introduced me to the Miss Wheelchair America program and asked me to be a contestant for the Miss Wheelchair Rhode Island pageant. This gave me the opportunity to advocate for and promote acceptance of people with disabilities. Definitely one of the best decisions in my 37 years. As Miss Wheelchair Rhode Island 2006, I spent one of the most incredible weeks of my life with successful women from around the country whose advocacy and triumphs over their circumstances astounded me. Teachers, doctors, others, living independent lives, contributing to their families and communities, and overcoming daily challenges most cannot imagine. This experience was life-changing and made me feel whole again. It taught me that I was in charge of my own happiness. Walking or using a wheelchair had nothing to do with it. Happiness is an attitude that can be attained no matter what life throws at you. That is what I wish for you. It may not always be easy, but each and every one of you have the power to possess an infectious attitude, steer yourself around the obstacles, and choose your own happiness. Your thoughts become your reality. Be intentional in developing your goals and stretch yourself beyond what you think you can do. And remember to be grateful for even the smallest successes. That is what I wish for you. In closing, as a true believer in the power of gratitude, I would like to say thank you. Thank you, thank you for this opportunity to share my story with you. I'd like to leave you with a poem, I Wish You Enough by Bob Perkins. I wish you enough sun to keep your attitude bright no matter how gray the day may appear. I wish you enough rain to appreciate the sun even more. I wish you enough happiness to keep your spirit alive and everlasting. I wish you enough pain so that even the smallest of joys in life may appear bigger. I wish you enough gain to satisfy your wanting. I wish you enough loss to appreciate all that you possess. I wish you enough hellos to get you through the final goodbye. Thank you for listening, and congratulations, my fellow skippers.
Thank you, Mrs. Klang, for such an inspiring speech. Now I would like to invite Dr. Mansiri up to the podium again to present the awards and scholarships.
Thank you, Margaret. Ladies and gentlemen, this group of seniors is noted in their efforts in the classroom, in the fine and performing arts, in countless extracurricular activities, and on the playing fields and courts throughout the state. Each year, the North Kingstown and Jamestown communities award a multitude of scholarships to our graduating seniors. At recent events, over $94,000 in scholarships was awarded to the class of 2016 from various organizations in our two communities. Many of our students are members of the National and Rhode Island Honor Societies and contribute to their communities by working in various capacities. Our seniors will be attending some of the finest post-secondary institutions in our country next year, and collectively, from the class of 2016, they have received over $10.5 million in merit awards from their colleges and universities. At this time, would all seniors who have received scholarships, grants, and award this year please stand to be recognized. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the faculty and staff of North Kingstown High School. As it has been alluded to numerous times, this group of educators you see before you works tirelessly to assist our students in their pursuit of excellence. Many are award winners in their discipline on the local, state, and national levels. They use their many talents and expertise to inspire our students and to help them reach their post-high school goals. We are fortunate to have faculty and staff of such dedicated professionals, and at this time, I'd like administrators, faculty, and support staff of North Kingstown High School to please stand to be recognized.
Kingstown's valedictorian, this young man has set such high academic and social standards for himself, and we should all attempt to follow his lead. A member of NK's sailing team, Noah is the classmate we are happy to have at our helm. Attending Dartmouth College in the fall, our valedictorian, Noah Simmons.
Good evening. I'm going to need some help, everyone, to get this speech going. You all know how Mad Libs work, right? We just did this at senior banquet. I really hope so. All right, here we go. I would like to begin this evening by thanking all of our parents, teachers. I need a noun here, please. Antelope. And of course, another noun? Dentists. Yes, our dentists. Together, we, the class of 2016, have had 4 years of shenanigans. And none of us will ever forget the wonderful, one more noun? Asian noodle bowls. Okay, guys, thanks for your help. I think I can take it from here. Siddharth, I know you want that 80s reference somewhere in this speech. I really don't know what that's all about. We were all born in the late 1990s. What I know about the 80s is limited to earth, wind, and fire, and perms. But hang tight. I'll do my best to work it in there somewhere. Maddie Fergun suggested that today I give you all an expose on how I cheated my way through high school. Maddie, such a joker. The only problem is, I really couldn't come up with anything. Alright, after racking my brain, maybe there was one thing, or two, maybe three. It's not easy being 5'11". I remember the doctor's appointment in 3rd grade, when my doctor told me that one day I would grow to be 6 feet tall. In that moment, it had such a nice ring to it. Noah Simmons, 6 feet. Just rolls off the tongue like a title. Today, I'm graduating high school. But sadly, the day that I hit 6 feet has still not arrived. I'm so close. So close. I will reach my goal one day. I may not make it to Mars or discover the cure to cancer, but I will be 6 feet tall. To this end, in the hopes of achieving my childhood dream, I occasionally, on my visits to the doctor, stand tiptoe when they try to take my height. And year after year, in his typical dream-crushing style, the nurse politely reminds me to stand flat-footed, and my height goes down in the books as a fixed 5 feet, 11 inches tall. Cheating gets me nowhere. So how else have I arguably cheated? Ah, yes. One time last year, I dared to leave class without a pass. I really had to go to the bathroom. I know, no pass. I was seriously on edge. I was aware that at any turn, I could walk straight into a dean and be sent straight back to Spanish class. Walking down the hall, at a diminutive 5 feet, 11 inches tall, who could I spy but Mr. Lally? Just my luck. The inevitable ensued once he chased me down. However, I managed to escape relatively unscathed. No detention, no punishment. Instead, a pride buck for being such a polite young gentleman. I think he noticed my height, just pitied me. So much for cheating that time. And last but not least, one more example of so-called cheating involves my parking spot on campus. I know there's been rampant speculation, and now I would like to confess that there may have been a certain biology teacher who gave me this tiniest bit of assistance in acquiring a student parking space. That's enough on that subject. Before I close, I would like to acknowledge another valedictorian who's with us today. The valedictorian of Bristol Colt High School, class of 1955, Teresa Simmons. Thank you, Nana, for everything you've done for me and my family. I would also like to thank the rest of my grandparents and other family members for all of their support. In an effort to find a message to sum up the chaos of this speech, something kept sticking in my mind. Toward the end of John Hughes' classic movie, The Breakfast Club, the kids, realizing that their time is almost up, start to wonder what life will be like after Saturday morning detention ends. They arrive at the harsh realization that, even though they have become great friends, once they go out into the real world, they will probably never speak to each other again. Sid, there's your 80s reference. You're welcome. Over the past 4 years, the members of the class of 2016 have helped each other grow and transform into young adults, ready to seize the world. I know I would not be the person I am today if it were not for all of you. Even this speech relied on input from many of my classmates. So thank you to this great North Kingstown class of 2016. Don't you forget about me. I know I won't forget about you.
And now for the presentation of the class gift. One of our class's beloved board members, Francesca Besmont. I want to start off saying that my high school experience would not have been the same without the students in the special education department. They all have colored our lives in many different ways, from best buddies to peer partner classes and to unified sports. Through these activities, wonderful relationships have bloomed. Everyone in the senior class would agree with me when I say they have made our lives even the slightest bit better. Which is why, for our senior gift, we are giving a donation to support the unified sports teams to ensure that more relationships and more fun memories are created for the years to come. Thank you. To award diplomas, I present Dr. Mansiri together with our two class advisors, Ms. Chevalier and Ms. Corney.
Thank you, Margaret. I would also like to invite Drs. Auger and Humbert, Dr. Blanchette, and members of the North Kingstown and Jamestown school committees to come to the front of the stage intermittently to offer their congratulations to the graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to hold your applause until all diplomas have been awarded.
Noah Obois Simmons. Lydia Seguros. Bethany Grace Nunnery. Francesca Bezamont. Margaret Elizabeth Ryan. Gregory William Zola. Andrew Michael Zola. Haley R. Albach. Kayla Christina Alban. Erin E. Alexander. Michael J. Allen. Allegra Austin Angel. Anthony Mason Antonucci. Eunice Merlin Araquiadas. Abigail C. Atkin. Amalia L. Attias. Marianne Paulette Auclair. Samantha Lee Balin. Emily Lynn Bailey. Delaney Ann Bamford. Ashley R. Barcelos. Kevin Benavides. Colin Patrick Benzoni. Michaela Lamont Bergwall. Natalie Bernier. Simon Tiberius Billings. Madeline Jane Bashara. Bay Ann Bode. Matthew J. Bolter. Zachary Cole Botker. Sarah N. Bolt. Lucia Bollebrook. Kyra L. Boulier. Grace Maria Bovenzi. Drew P. Brady. Liam David Brandon. Alexis Brayman. Alexa Marie Brennan. Lindsay Nan Brown. Nicholas Timothy Buggy. Rebecca Emily Burt. Justin Eli Cabot Miller. Emma C. Campbell. Nathan S. Campbell. Robert Edward Castro. Catherine J. Caswell. Evan Joseph Chadwick. Tara Ellen Chitowski. Taylor Elizabeth Chitowski. John J. Chiquette, Jr. Stephen M. Sorella. Ryan Matthew Cerisi. Tiffany Maria Rose Coble. Tiffany A. Cole. Kelsey A. Coleman. Shannon Lee Coleman. Jackson James Compton. Katie Jean Connolly. Emma Catherine Cook. Aiden Carr Carell. Caroline Elizabeth Cody. Jonathan Michael Cody. Jacob Allen Cotter. Catherine D. Cox. J.
Jacob Ambrose Cram. Clara Marie Crawford. Andrew Nicholas Crudden. Liam Jeffrey Curran. Nash Robert Dale. Robert Anthony Daly. Riley David Dom. Sean Christopher Daler. Victoria Elizabeth DeBlois. Dominique Marie DeMaio. Brittany Marie DeRosa. Victoria Grace DeRusi. Marcel G. DeVoe. Rebecca Aileen Dickinson. Ryan William DeGiulio. Emma Catherine DeMaria. Amelia Suzanne Dion. Stephanie Renee DeRayson. Zoe Cabot Dobson. Jeffrey Lawrence Dowling. Hannah Catherine Duquette. Casey Elizabeth Duane. Joshua Cole Dyer. Jacob Edward Easter. Liam Eaton. Erica L. Edwards. Brianna Rose England. Daniel John Irwin. Mina Isabel Facey. James Robert Farrell. Elise Ann Felker. Isaiah J. Ferrara. Michael Alexander Ferris. Jason A. Flanagan. Zachary Stephen Fonts. Brer Thomas Franklin Vinbury. Kobe Duncan Freitas. Sophia Anna Fusco. Emily Marie Gagnon. Jack P. Gamble. Alana Elise Goudreau. George. Sean Michael Gibbs. Lily Angela Jeruzzi. Ashley Lynn Gray. Melissa Catherine Gerton. Gianna Marie Rita Giat. Robert J. Haberland. Stella M. Hackman. Zachary Bennett Haynes. Judith Costa Hall. Madison Nicole Hanley. Michaela Catherine Hanrahan. Brandon Ryan Harris. Alexis Nicole Hazard. Cheyenne Alexis Hazard. Emily Catherine Healy. Shannon Marie Healy. Abigail Catherine Heikes. Teresa Marie Henderson. Alexandria Dory Hind. Zachary Wayne Hinsbark. Kaya Joanna Horbogen. McKenna Marie Horner. Joran Mitchell Horstman. Vivian Chase Houseman. John Travis Hunter. Haley A. Hussey. Mason E. Hyde. Brandon R. Jackman. Samuel Isaiah Yeager. Rachel Laura Ann Johnson. Emily Suzanne Jones. Victoria Elizabeth Jones. Kaylee Marie Canis. Haley R. Kelly. Christina Rose Kennedy. Catherine V. Kershaw. Abigail Elizabeth Kinder.
Richard Kinnis. Elliot L. Kane. Siddharth G. Kapaka. Laura Elizabeth Crochin. Michaela Sarah Cronick. Tracy Malia Kurdziel. Sarah Rose Lacerda. Madison M. Lavallee. Catherine Jean Lederer. Remy Tugas Leduc. Jack Matthew Lee. Allison Elizabeth Lennox. Nicole Elizabeth Panic. Brianna Eve Paolino. Alex Vincent Parenti. Jared M. Parkins. Jay Ilish Patel. Joshua Edward Pitzer. Ryan W. Plummer. Cameron Christopher Poe. Chloe J. Holton. Austin Robert Price. Jesse Ann Primiano. Zachary Daniel Quarella. Oliver Fisher Randall. Courtney Rose Rarick. Joshua David Remington. Nicholas Henrik Richard. Edward Anthony Roberts. Samuel D. Robillard. Joshua Robinson. Zachary J. Robinson. Caroline Rocchio. Leanne Rogers. Jordan Rogers. Eric Riley Rosedal. Jennifer Gale Roth. Zachary Norman Roy. Michaela Ashley Ruffner. Michaela M. Sullivan. John William Susla. Alex Tan Batch. Kate Thomas. Evan Zachary Toth. Sienna Evelyn Torillo. Andrew T. Uber. Alexander Vincent Verrecchione. Giancarlo Verrecchione. Matthew Charles Vergun. Rihanna Christine Vogel. Brendan M. Wagner. Caitlin C. Walter. Frankie Abigail Watson. Kyle M. Weber. Brandon M. Wick. Maya Elizabeth Weltman. Daniela Katerina Wentz. Coralie Lorenza Wilcox. Adriana S. Wilson. Benjamin Mark Wilson. James Wilson. Andrea J. Winter. Eric Charles Winter. Lily P. Wright. Kate J. Ziegler.
Here to present the junior farewell, Sarah Anushin. As the junior class bids you farewell, we all know this day is opening new doors, leading you to the next chapter of your lives. Although you're leaving friends behind, I am confident that you will continue to foster many of your North Kingstown friendships. I'm sure you all remember walking into the gym wearing your green shirt as you entered your first pep rally. Little did you know that the people sitting next to you would become some of your best friends. The legacy you have all left to NK will be a difficult one to follow. You have set the bar high for us juniors to reach. Whether it was the excitement of a championship game, the countless hours of musical rehearsals, or the drudgery of studying for every exam, these moments are ones you will look back on as they bring a smile to your face. You finally made it to the Ryan Center. Good luck to each and every one of you. Your presence will be missed here at North Kingstown High School, but we all know that you will move forward to accomplish great things. And now, on behalf of the entire junior class, good luck, class of 2016, and congratulations. And now performing North Kingstown's alma mater, I present to you Erin Alexander, who will be attending the State University of New York, Fredonia, Catherine Caswell, who is attending Plymouth State University, Brandon Harris, who is attending the University of Rhode Island, and Matthew Vergun, who is attending Columbia College of Chicago. Andrew and Gregory Zola, please come to the front of the stage to lead the class of 2016 in the tassel chain.